to BGC TV. As a reminder, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are your hosts.
Last time on BGC TV, we had Elon Musk, and we had an interview with the famous astronaut Buzz Aldrin. As you can guess, the theme was astronauts. But today, our special theme is stars.
Not movie stars, but stars in the night sky.
We thought we should probably start off by learning about the life of a star.
To do that, we've got an astronomer with us here today to help us learn all about stars. Cami, come join us.
Hi, Cami. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about what an astronomer does?
Sure, an astronomer is a scientist that studies the sky like stars, but we also study black holes and planets and more.
Wow, you must be pretty bright.
I sure hope so.
Now, what even is a star?
A star is actually a big cloud of gas and dust, and they have nuclear reaction happening inside of them, which gives them energy to shine brighter for many years.
That's really cool. How long do stars usually live?
It depends on their size. The bigger stars only last a few 100,000 years. The small stars burn slowly, so they can last billions of years.
Wow, that's a really long time. How come some stars look different than other stars?
Well, a star goes through its own life cycle. Once they start to burn, they actually begin to cool down, change colors, and to red giants. After the small stars die peacefully, eventually they turn into star dwarfs. The big stars will explode and then die, which is called a supernova. Then, if it's actually big enough, it can turn into a black hole.
Wow, I've always wondered where black holes come from. That's awesome.
Well, Cami, the show just started and we've already learned a ton. Thanks for teaching us about stars.
Of course.
Let's head over to Willow at the Space Observatory to learn about how stars are arranged in different constellations.
Hi, and welcome to How to Find Constellations with me, Willow. Stars are beautiful and so fun to look at. But did you know that up in the sky there are shapes made of stars called constellations? Well, what is a constellation? A constellation is a group of stars that are in a recognizable pattern. They're essentially imagined figures and shapes. If you ever played Connect the Dots, it's very similar to that. Many years ago, they didn't have TV or cell phones, so they would stargaze. And people would use these to visualize stories of their beliefs, experiences, or religions. Kind of like a picture book. 48 of the most popular constellations in America are actually named after Greek mythology, such as the Hercules or the Orion. There are also ones named after each of the zodiac signs, but don't mix up astrology and astronomy. Constellations are difficult to spot, but the easiest and most important to find is the Ursa Major, also known as the Big Dipper. The Big Dipper is so important because on the edge of it, there's a star called the Polaris. It's also known as the North Star. The North Star is called the North Star because its position in the sky is aligned with the Earth's axis, and so that means no matter where you are in America, if you face towards Polaris, you're always facing north. It's also important to know if you get lost. The North Star is the brightest star in the sky, so if you get lost, be sure to look out for it. When we come back, you'll see an interview with the stars.
Want to see things from far away? People, birds, stars? Well, I have the device for you. It's a telescope. Now, this isn't your average telescope. It helps you look really far, and it also soaks up the message you make. These telescopes are actually used by NASA themselves to look at planets and clean their windows. You can also use them to wipe off your sweat, which I definitely need right now. Our telescopes are unique and never seen before, so act fast before they sell out.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, Kelly, it's time for our interview with the stars. I've been looking forward to this one for weeks.
I know. I really hope we get to meet Jojo Siwa.
Ooh, or Charlie D'Amelio.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Oh, Kelly, they just told me that they're not stars like famous people. They're literally stars, like balls of gas.
Are you kidding me?
I wish I was. The good news is that we do have our awesome friend Alana join us to ask some questions about stars.
Come on in, Alana. How are you doing?
Good.
I hear you have some questions for us about stars.
Yes. My first question is, how hot are stars?
That's a good question. Stars can be almost 100,000 degrees Fahrenheit. For comparison, the surface of the sun is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow, that's hot.
Is it true? Is the sun a star?
Sure is. The sun is actually a pretty normal sized star. It's not even that big. The reason that it looks so much brighter than the other stars that we see is because we're so close to the sun, so it looks extremely bright.
That makes sense, but how old is the sun?
It is over 4.5 billion years old.
Wow, that's old. Why is it dangerous to look at the sun? I look at other stars all the time. Does that hurt my eyes?
That's a great question. Like Kelly said, we're much closer to the sun than we are to other stars. Most of the stars we see in the night sky are actually very far away from us, so they don't look as bright. If you took a spaceship and traveled close to a star, it would be too dangerous to look at.
Cool. Well, thanks for answering all my questions about stars.
Of course. I think we should learn a little more about the sun. Let's go to Joe to learn about how we can protect ourselves from the sun.
Thanks, Kelly. Today we're going to talk about how you can protect yourself from the sun. The sun, while it provides us with vitamin D and some amounts of serotonin, it can still be harmful to our skin. You all know the most common way to protect yourself from the sun, which is sunblock. Sunblock works by creating a small barrier around your skin that reflects most of the sun's UV rays, or ultraviolet rays. Sunblock isn't the only way you can protect yourself from the sun. There are wonderful things called sun hats that you can use. They are big hats that cover your face from the sun, and they just leave your face all shaded. They come in many different styles, and they all look very fashionable. The clothing you can wear also protects you from the sun. If you're going to be out in the sun for a long time, try to keep the amount of skin that is exposed to a minimum. Try to keep your shoulders with as little exposure from the sun as you can, because your shoulders are most likely to get sunburned. If you follow all these tips and many more tips, you should be able to keep yourself and most people around you safe from the sun. Now let's take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we'll have Wellness World with Kaylee and another one of her amazing wellness tips.
These days, we have to stay clean. Gotta get rid of all those germs. But why would you want to shower with plain old soap? That's like so boring. Wouldn't you rather bathe in the stars? Well, I have the opportunity of a light year. Star soap. It may sound bland, but it's way more interesting than that. This soap will get you sparklier than Guy Diamond, and it won't just be glitter on your body. It'll be tiny little stars. These adorable little stars will cling to your body and last all day. The soap works on all skin types, and the hydrogen and helium the stars release will leave your skin silky smooth. Be sure to buy yours today.
Hey kids, welcome back to my daily wellness tip. Today I want to talk to you guys about stars. Did you know the smaller a star is, the longer it lives? Stars have a lifespan, and every single star is different from the other. The sun is our oldest star, and it gives us all of our heat and our light. The sun is also about 4.5 billion years old, and that's old. Did you know that there are about 200 to 400 billion stars in our Milky Way galaxy? So there are more stars in our galaxy than there are people on Earth. That's crazy. Anyway, today I'm here with Alana, and we're going to be doing star jumps. A star jump is kind of like a jumping jack, but way better. I like to do star jumps when I'm feeling down.
Why do you do them when you feel down?
Well, did you know that you exercise every day without even thinking about it? When you run around outside or play kickball at school, you're exercising, and exercise releases these tiny little chemicals in your brain that makes you feel happier. So that's why I always do them when I feel down.
Wow, that's super cool. I never knew. I exercise all the time.
Yeah, it's way cool. Anyway, should we show them the star jump?
Yeah.
How many star jumps do you think we should do?
5.
Okay, let's do 5. We got this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Anyway, thanks for coming today for my wellness tip with Alana. Bye.
Welcome back, everyone. Before we wrap up the show, we have one last guest here to introduce to you. Marty, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're going to be doing on the show?
Yes, my name is Marty Chan. Hi, boys and girls. And I will be doing origami. It's a Japanese art form. However, it started in China. And a little bit about me, I studied at Weber State. I got my teaching license, and I've been teaching since 2003. Maybe some of these boys and girls, they're not born yet.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Is there anything that you have that you can show us that you do?
Yes, because when I started teaching, I was teaching art. So I love to draw. and I was living with my sweet boyfriend, my dog. So I draw a lot of pictures of him.
Wow, there you go. That's cool.
This is only one line. And then I love to take pictures. Then I turn my pictures into a drawing.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I did a different kind of art. It's really fun. I use tape,
Wow.
put it on the paper, on the copy papers, and you rub the paper off, and then you have the stickers.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
yes, it's really fun. Then you can also combine different kind of stickers together. So I made it here.
That's
He's a
awesome.
monster. And I also love to take pictures of birds. Then I draw the pictures of the birds that I took. So here's one I made. It's a watercolor.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
That's the American avocet.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And my latest hobby is making earrings,
Oh,
those are
pretty.
like the one I'm wearing and this one.
Cool.
Wow.
So,
Multi-talented.
or I just cannot do everything really good, so I just try different things.
You got to try it all.
I have to try it out. Yes, that's it.
Love it.
Yes.
Perfect.
I have to keep myself busy during this time.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for chatting with us, Marty. We can't wait to check out some of your work.
Well,
Thank you.
that's it for us today, guys. Thank you to all the guest stars who visited our show today, and be sure to visit the links for some extra fun activities to try at home.